Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, who I'm so grateful for giving me this opportunity to be alive for another Ramadan, to be able to spend time with my family and also do some of the things I love doing, such as cooking. On Adore Eats, I will be sharing with you some of the lovely recipes I have learned over the years from different people and travel from around the world. I'm so happy to be able to share on this platform some of the skills I've acquired and also for you all to use it in your homes with your families this Ramadan. So today I will be making with you something very different and simple that my kids absolutely love. It's actually a butter chicken, but a very, I'd say, fusion sort of changed butter chicken. It's not the usual one that we use fresh cream and red masala with. In fact, this is something that's so simple, but the kids love it. And the secret ingredient to this is the Nestle cream. It gives it a really tasty, soft texture, and the butter. We use a lot of pure butter, which we all have in our households this Ramadan. This recipe is basically showing you the convenience and easy steps used with everything that we have in our homes. It doesn't require spending a lot of money, nor does it require running to the stores to get these ingredients. For this, you will need 500 or kg of chicken fillet cubed. I'm using 500 grams of chicken fillet. I have 1 tin Nestle cream, 1 teaspoon turmeric, I have 1 chopped onion, 1 teaspoon green chili masala, a teaspoon of salt. You use a little oil sparingly on how much you may want to add to your food. And I have 250 mLs of butter. The more butter, the creamier and tasty it is. I can hear my little ones having them home for Ramadan. As much as a blessing it may be, also gets a bit tiring at times. So what we're going to do is we're going to first add our oil to a pot and fry my onions. So I think I need a little more oil here. I just realized my consistency of my onions was a little more, so I might need a bit more oil. So I add my oil here, and I add in my chopped onions to this. Bismillah. Add in my lovely chopped onions. And this can be served with a lovely vegetable rice, some puri, some roti. I think with a really nice vegetable rice for the kids is nice. You just steam your rice, you add mixed veg and spice of rice and aromat, and that's perfect. I then add my chicken here. I add in my turmeric. This is mainly for the color. I then add in some of my salt. Then add my green chili masala, and I mix all of this up. If you'd like to, you can always add in some black pepper as an extra. I feel like I should add in some extra black pepper today. I feel like it's going to be a bit more flavorful, especially with the puri. So you can add in a teaspoon of black pepper, and you mix that in. You can also add in white or black pepper if you like, but you can leave that out if you feel like you don't want such a strong flavor with Ramadan palate. If you want something simpler. Okay, so I'm just waiting for my onions to saute. While my onions fries, I'm going to wait for the chicken to, just going to toss my chicken around. I need my onion to fry before adding anything, and then I will add my butter to my onion, so the onion caramelizes with the butter taste in it, and we then add our chicken to it, and lastly our cream. So you'll notice the color of this. I've added a lot of turmeric because that's what gives you the yellow color of this rich buttery butter chicken. And you've got to marinate your meat well in this. Sometimes it's good to add a bit of flour to your meat if you want your chicken to still stay a bit crisp, especially when you have such a saucy flavor and texture. So I'm just mixing this up really well and waiting for my onion. So my onions are getting done. And some of our favorite household recipes involve rice dishes or puri or naan. So now our onions are already really nicely caramelizing. And we're going to add our butter to this so that our butter melts while the onions are caramelizing, because we really want a tasty caramelized texture with the onion infused in it, in our butter taste. So I'm just going to melt my butter here, and I'm going to add my chicken to this. I'm going to then add my chicken to this. As my butter's melting really nicely, you can have a look at this. As you can see, it's got a mixture of the melted butter, some oil, and my onion. And this smells so good. The aroma of this is really tasty. I often like to add some garlic in this if you want a more flavorful taste, but I think it's a bit heavy for Ramadan. I then add my chicken to here. If you recall, my chicken was a lovely yellow color, and I had some black pepper added into this. So I add my chicken to this and I allow it to steam. And chicken cooks really quick, so this is also a really quick recipe. It should take about, I'd say, 15 to 30 minutes, depending on the quantity of the chicken you're cooking. Because the cooking time is mostly with the onion that takes longer preparation. So I'm going to close this up and let it cook. So we're going to close this, and lastly we just have to add our cream to this, and we have our lovely tasting butter chicken. So now our chicken is almost cooked, as you can see. When you have a consistency like this, you then add your Nestle cream, and you'll notice this will come to a boil very quickly, and you have your tasty butter chicken. Oops, being a bit clumsy today. So you just stir this up really nicely, and you'll notice it's a very yellow, nice, very nice texture. So you can put your heat off, because Nestle cream only takes a few seconds to bind. It basically doesn't require any cooking time. Okay, so you have your lovely butter chicken. I'm going to add this, and this can be served with some lovely roti, some rice, or you can serve it with some naan. My kids eat it with bread, sometimes pasta. I mean, you know, you're spoilt with choice. I love to have this with roti and some achar. So I often buy my achar from any butcher or Akalwaya store, and I enjoy it with a nice roti and my tasty butter chicken. So here we have our tasty butter chicken with our achar and some roti. Just clean this up here. This smells so good. This is a perfect meal for the kids and the family all to enjoy together. The aroma is so lovely. It's such a different taste. It reminds me of Thai food because the colors are so exotic, and I love cooking with chicken fillet. I feel it's so versatile. Don't forget to follow me on Adila Patel and Adore by Adila, where I share with you all these lovely recipes from Adore Eats, as well as have my new Eid range out with the kaftans that I designed that are available to purchase online with me. Jazakallah so much for watching me share these lovely recipes with you. May you all have a blessed Ramadan, and remember me in your du'as as I will remember all of you. Jazakallah.